Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have to share with you 19 polishes from the November Hella Handmade Creations. Hella Handmade Creations is a pre-order and it is also a website where indie makers get together and feature different polishes that are available during that pre-order window only, so they're limited edition. Some of them will have caps, which I'm going to go over with you during each individual polish. But basically each maker gets together and they pick a theme individual to themselves, and then they feature polishes for a few months based on that theme. And the pre-order goes live November 14th at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will end 4:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, November 22nd. All polishes will ship out approximately 4 weeks after the pre-order ends. So let's just jump into this. First up is from Bee's Knees Lacquer, and this is Feels Good. Feels Good is described as a nude polish with the original unicorn pea, which shifts red to green and has ghost flakes. This was inspired by Rick and Morty. It is going to retail for $14 and have no cap. The formula and application on this was wonderful. It goes on very smoothly and evenly. That brush that Bee's Knees Lacquer has makes application almost flawless. And I was able to achieve, I'd say, about like 80% opacity. I didn't get this one fully opaque, but I tap out at 3 coats for nail polish. I don't usually go over. So this is 3 coats of Feels Good and a glossy top coat. Next up is from the Deeva, and this is called I Love New York. It is inspired by Sex and the City, and it is going to sell for $17. It is described as a boysenberry toned polish with hints of sangria. It has teal to green to copper chameleon flakes. It also has the original unicorn pea pigment along with sister unicorn pea pigments. It is jam-packed with unicorn pea, guys. This polish is beautiful. The formula and application on this is also wonderful. It goes on very smoothly and evenly. It stays right where you put it. It's not going to leave, it did not cause any staining, and it was very easy to remove. My swatches are going to show you 3 coats of I Love New York with Deeva's own So Glossy top coat. Next up is DRK Nails Believe. This one is capped. I do not have the cap information, but it will sell for $9.90. This one is also a magnetic polish. I apologize, I did not have that information beforehand, and by the time I got it, it was too late for me to go back and redo everything. So if you head on over to the Hella Handmade Creations website, you'll be able to see other swatches with it magnetized. This was inspired by the Chronicles of Narnia, and it is described as a duochrome green base, or a duochrome with green blue magnetic mixed with hollow and iridescent flakes. The formula and application was very good. It applied smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it, and removal was very easy. The swatches here are 2 coats and a glossy top coat. Next up is from Ethereal Lacquer, and this is Mars. This one is going to sell for $12.50, and it'll have no cap. This was inspired by the planets, and Mars is described as a bright, warm red holographic polish with red to copper mirror-like shimmer. The formula on this was smooth and easy. It happened to lean more pink on me than red, but if you head on over to the Hella Handmade Creations website, which I'm going to link for you down below, you'll be able to see how it looks on a bunch of different swatches with a bunch of different skin tones, so you can see how it leans on everybody. The formula was wonderful. It was smooth and easy to apply. It stayed right where I put it. My swatches are going to show you 2 coats of Mars and a glossy top coat. Next up is Yip Yip from Great Lakes Lacquer. This is going to sell for $12.50, and it was inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is described as a medium gray polish featuring a blue to purple to magenta to orange multichrome sheen. The application was fantastic. It went on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. Its removal was also very easy. There is nothing in here that's going to be textured or difficult to remove. So my swatches are going to show you 2 coats of Yip Yip and a glossy top coat. Next up is from Heather's Hues, and this is Clarice. Clarice is capped at 175 bottles, so once those sell out, this will be gone. It was inspired by her new series that she's bringing to Hella Handmade Creations, The Office. This was inspired by that scene when that Dwight has a moment with the CPR dummy. I'll just leave it at that. But this is described as a blush nude crelly that's packed with original unicorn peat, iridescent red gold shimmer, pink orange gold iridescent flakes. Had a wonderful formula and went on really smoothly and easily. Removal is also easy. Nothing in here is going to dry textured, so it's very easy to remove. Swatches here show 2 coats and a glossy top coat. Next up is Red Maple from Kathleen Co. This is capped at 175 bottles and will be $11.50. It is described as a bright, glowy red that is filled with micro flakes, red hollow micro glitters, and a slight dusting of hollow micro flakes with a red jelly base. This was inspired by nature. This had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and easily. I wore it for an entire day and I did not experience any staining, and the removal was also easy. This was opaque for me in 2 coats. So my swatches are going to show you 2 coats of Red Maple from Kathleen Co. and a glossy top coat. Next up is Lilypad Lacquers Miss Prissy. This is going to sell for $14 and there is no cap. It is described as a cobalt scattered hollow with gold micro hollow glitter, and it was inspired by Looney Tunes. This had a very wonderful formula. It applied smoothly and evenly. It didn't, despite my poor application skills, I just put too much on the brush. It didn't run or pool, and it actually, for being such a very pigmented color, I had no staining issues. I show this polish without top coat at the request of the maker, so this is 2 coats of Miss Prissy. Next up is The King is Dead from Lollipop Posse Lacquer. This is going to sell for $13 and have no cap. It is described as a white crelly that's packed with gold metallic gold flakes, red, gold, green shifting ultra chameleon chrome flakes, and a fiery red holographic micro glitters. This is inspired by Daniel Hall, the successor to the throne of the Dreaming after the death of Morpheus. This had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and evenly. I didn't have to fish for any of the glitters or anything. It also wasn't difficult to remove. I wore it for a little while and I had 0 problems with removal. It will dry a little textured, so I would recommend a glossy top coat. The swatches are 3 coats of The King is Dead and a glossy top coat. This next one is from the brand My Indie Polish, and it is called Twinkle Eye Unicorn Fizzy. It's going to sell for $13 and have no cap. It is described as a shifty, hollow tri-thermal that changes from a navy blue to a green, then to a purple. It has an added dash of blue-green shimmer and a flash of holographic pigment. This had a wonderful formula. It was opaque for me in just 2 coats. It applied smoothly and evenly. The removal was also very easy. Nothing in here is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. The tri-thermal was actually very apparent, and I did capture that, so go check out my Instagram if you want, or the rest of the swatches on the Hello Handmade Creations website, which I will have linked for you down below. So this was 2 coats and a glossy top coat. This is Hawthorn from Nail Hoot. This is going to sell for $10.99 and have no cap. It is described as a soft medium green with a linear holographic and a lovely pink to copper flash. This was opaque for me in 3 coats, although when I watched my playback of my application, I did very thin coats, so I'm sure you'd probably be able to get this opaque in 2 if you just put a little bit more polish on the brush than I did. So the formula was absolutely wonderful. The application was very easy. The removal was also easy. Nothing in there is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. I go in with a glossy top coat, and this is 2 coats of Hawthorn and a glossy top coat. Next up is nailedit nail polish. This is called Christmas Town. This is capped at 100 bottles, so once the 100 bottles sell out, this polish will be gone. So if you're going to go in, grab this one first. It's going to sell for $12.75. It was inspired by The Nightmare Before Christmas and is described as a blue to colorless thermal with a violet shimmer that's packed with pink to gold to green crystal flakes and as accented with scattered holographic. The formula on this was wonderful. It went on very smoothly and evenly. Everything you see here is flaky, so nothing is going to be difficult to remove. Everything lays flat. I would always recommend a glossy top coat for longevity and extra shine. And the thermal was very easily reactive. So this is 3 coats of Christmas Town and a glossy top coat. Next up is from Owl Lacquer. It's called I'm Allergic to Pollen and Social Situations. This is going to sell for $12.50 and was inspired by the television show That 70s Show. I'm actually currently watching this, so I totally understood this reference. It is described as a deep forest green that's filled with copper, red, gold, green, and gold, copper, green crystal chameleon flakes. The formula on this was wonderful. It went on very smoothly and evenly. I started off with a thin coat and then built to opacity in 3 coats. Removal was also very easy, as everything in there is a flake and isn't difficult to remove. So here is 3 coats of I'm Allergic to Pollen and Social Situations and a glossy top coat. This is Do You Suppose She's a Wildflower from Pampered Polishes. This is capped at 150 bottles, so once those 150 bottles sell out, this one will be gone. It is going to sell for $12, and it is inspired by Alice in Wonderland. It's described as a white crelly base that's loaded with a rainbow of matte and metallic glitter. The formula on this one was very good. It was smooth, easy to apply. I started off with a thin coat and built to opacity in 3. The removal, honestly, was pretty easy. There are various sizes of glitter in there, but the big ones might stick to your nail, but overall, I was very pleasantly surprised at how easily this removed. Crellies kind of intimidate me, so I'm always pleasantly surprised when they just come right off. So this is 3 coats of Do You Suppose She's a Wildflower and a glossy top coat. This next polish is called Fwooper, and it is from Rogue Lacquer. This was inspired by the fandom Fantastic Beasts and is going to sell for $12.50. It's described as a deep magenta hollow with pink and purple hollow glitters. The formula on this was wonderful. It applied smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. It was opaque for me in 3 coats. I started off with a thin first coat and built to opacity in 3. You could probably get away with 2 thicker coats if you don't want to do 3. I could see that being very easy. It does dry a little bit textured, so you're going to definitely want to go in with a glossy top coat, but the removal wasn't hard. The removal was very easy. So here is 3 coats of Fwooper and a glossy top coat. Next up is Sexy Demon from Sassy Pants to Polish. This one is capped at 100 bottles, so once those 100 sell out, this polish will be gone, and it is going to be $12. This was inspired by Lucifer Morningstar, the handsome devil in the TV series Lucifer. It is described as a holographic black polish with platinum, silver, gold, and crystal chameleon flakes. The formula on this was excellent. It went on smoothly and evenly. I had no application issues. I had no staining. The removal was also easy, as everything you see in there are flakes and they're not hard to remove. My swatches show you 2 coats and a glossy top coat. This next polish is from 77 Lacquer, and it's called I Don't Want Your Society. This is going to have a cap of 95 bottles and sell for $13. This was inspired by punk rock, and it is described as a black-based hollow with multichrome pigment that shifts blue to green to purple. The formula on this was excellent. It applied smoothly and evenly, and it stayed right where I put it. I started off with a thin coat and built to opacity in 3. The removal was also easy. Nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. So here are 3 coats of I Don't Want Your Society and a glossy top coat. Next up is Brotherhood from Supernatural Lacquer. It's going to sell for $12 and there is no cap. It is inspired by the anime Full Metal Alchemist, and it is described as a shimmery yellow gold semi-linear holographic with gold shimmer. The formula on this is excellent. It applied smoothly and evenly, stayed right where I put it. I didn't have any staining and I didn't have any issues upon removal. Everything in there is hollow, so nothing is going to be difficult to remove. My swatches are going to show you 3 coats of Brotherhood and a glossy top coat. This was actually one of the very first animes that I ever watched. Not the first. My very first anime was Initial D. Absolutely still my favorite to this day. I definitely would love to rewatch Full Metal Alchemist though, because I don't remember too much. And last up is from Wildflower Lacquer, and it's called You Cool Man. It is capped at 100 bottles, so once those 100 bottles sell out, this one will be gone. It is going to sell for $13. It is inspired by the movie Dazed and Confused and is described as an emerald green jelly polish with green to blue crystal flakes, red to gold UCC flakes, and aurora shimmer. The formula on this is excellent. It went on smoothly and evenly. That green is lovely and vibrant. I cannot wait to do some kind of Christmas manicure with this. The removal was also very easy. Nothing in there is difficult to remove as everything is just a flaky. So this is 3 coats of You Cool Man from Wildflower Lacquer and a glossy top coat. And that wraps up November's Hella Handmade creations. Tell me what your favorite was. Tell me what you plan on getting. And thank you for watching the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.